Hey guys, Lumacube here, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Okay, before we start, there's a few things you guys should know. First thing I'm going to go over is about the pieces. Basically, there's 3 different types of pieces on the Rubik's Cube. First is the center. These centers do not move, and there's 6 of them, 1 for each color. And they're just basically in the middle, and that's just how you know what color goes where. Then the next piece is the edge piece. The edge piece it does move around, and it moves around with the corner piece. And the edge piece has 2 colors on it, and the corner piece has 3 colors on it. Next is NEWTATION. If you do not know this, then I advise you to stay here and watch this. So NEWTATION is just how to perform algorithms on a Rubik's Cube, and how to read them. And basically, there's certain types of moves that you must do. So what you would do, I'm going to go through all of them. So there'd be U is the first one. U means up, and where you're facing, the up layer is U. So this is U. And then there's U2, which means just doing 2 turns on a side. And then there's U prime, which means going counterclockwise. So basically, U's clockwise, sorry. U2 is just doing 2 U's, and U prime is counterclockwise. And then that's kind of with the others. I'll show you the other ones. B means back, and B right here is clockwise. B prime is counterclockwise. L, going down this way, is clockwise. L prime is counterclockwise. And then there's also L2. I forgot to mention there's B2 as well. There's R prime, which means right side, which is going, this is counterclockwise and this is clockwise. And then that's R2 right there. Then there's D, which is, this is clockwise. This is counterclockwise. And then there's D2. And then the last one is F, which means face. Which means this is your face, and it's kind of self-explanatory. This is clockwise. This is F2. And then going this way is only 1 turn is counterclockwise. And the counterclockwise moves are called primes. So if I did it counterclockwise, it would be U prime, L prime, B prime, R prime, D prime, and yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. So you got all the info you need to just get jumped right ahead to learning how to solve this Rubik's Cube. Okay, so I hope I taught you guys correctly, because the NEWTATION correctly, because you guys can follow along, because I'm going to scramble right here for you guys, okay? Okay, so, I'm pretty sure I got scrambled right, and we're going to get started with the first step. Okay, so the first step with solving your cube is getting a cross, which basically we're going to do white side as our top face layer, and we're going to get this cross right here. So we're going to look around and look for white edge pieces like this. But right now, this white edge piece is in a bad area. So what we want to find is white pieces on the bottom layer, opposite from white on the yellow side, obviously. And you want them to be right here because they're easy to insert. And see how this is white and green, this piece? What we want to do is to match up the green piece first with the green center, which is right here. And then we match up the white center. So we would obviously turn to the green center, and the green edges are matching, and you just do a 2 move to get white matching. So let's look around. I don't see any right here, any white pieces right here, so we'll need this the hard way. So here's a white and blue piece right here. And what we could do is move this up to match up the blues, because it's not messing up our green piece. So now the 2 blue pieces are matching, and now we can just easily match this white piece up. And now we have 2 pieces left for a cross. We have the red and white and the orange and white. So this is a pretty hard case because there's no white piece down here anymore. So what we can just do is put this orange and white piece on the bottom. So now it is. And we can just match up the orange pieces, with the orange edge with the orange center. And just now we can just match up the white piece with the white center. And now we have this red piece left, and what we can do to not mess this piece up, this blue, is we can turn the blue face down, and look, the red piece is in the right spot. So what we do is move it away, and now look, it's matching. The red pieces are matching, but just to not mess up this blue and white piece, we'll move the blue and white piece back first, and then we move the red and white piece in. And there you guys have your cross. And if you guys want me to want help with this, tell me in the comments so I can help you guys personally. So yeah, but if all that around, great, because that is basically cross. The second step is corner pieces, and what we want to do is get pieces on this bottom layer where the white piece, the white corner piece, is facing you on the bottom layer. And what we want to do is get these corner pieces on top. But we gotta put them in the right spot. So here's how we know to put them in the right spot. So this is a white piece and it obviously goes up here. But look at its 2 other side colors, as red and blue. And what you do is turn the bottom layer until you find the red matching up and the blue matching up. And that's how you know this corner piece goes right here. And a way we get this up is pretty easy. What we do right here is, since this needs to go right here, we would turn this away so we can move this down. So basically what we do, so since this needs to go right here on this layer, we turn this away from the layer, we turn this layer down, and then we move this corner piece back. And then once we bring this layer back up, it's matching. As you see right there, it's matching now. So let's look for another piece. This is the orange and green piece now. And it's, as you can see, it's already in the right spot. Orange and green is in between, so it's in the right spot. So what we do here is the same thing. Since this needs to go right here, we move this away from the layer it needs to be on the side. We move this down, this side down, and we move this corner piece back. And once we move the side back up, it's matching. Let's look for another piece. Now, this is a case that you can get sometimes, which can trip you up sometimes. And, sorry, my camera is shaking. Basically, how we fix this is, here's an example. This is the red and green piece, and we want it to be right here. So what we do is move this side up, since it's on the side, this row, we move this side up. And what we do is that we turn on the side. So we don't do this because that would be going off the side. But we stay on the side by turning with it. So now it's still on the face. We said we moved it away from it. It wouldn't be on the face anymore. As you see. So we keep it on the face, but we don't want to put it here because we would be back to where we started. So we put it on the face, and once we put this row back up, it's matching. It's now back on this layer we wanted to be on. So now we're looking for the green and red piece, and the green and red centers, I mean. And look, we're matching them, and what we do is since it needs to go right here, move it away from where it needs to, for the row, the side, I mean. Move the side down, and once we move the corner piece back with the side, we put the side back up, and it's matching now. So we only have one more corner left, and it's going to be on this bottom area. And this is the notification you can get. It's like the first one. And what you do to solve this is basically move this in where there's no soft piece. And since this row is matching with these 3 pieces, this row is matching, you can move this row down. And it's on the right side, it's on wherever you want it to be. And what you do is you do a D2, so it won't be put back on this bottom layer. The white piece won't be put back. And then you just put this side back up. And now we just do what we normally do. We find our white, orange, and blue piece, match the orange and blue up with the centers. And since the white corner piece is your face, what we do, since it needs to go right here, we move this away. We move this away from the opposite side. This would be going towards it, by the way. So we move it from the opposite side. We move the side that we want it to be down, the words. We move this corner piece back, and congratulations, you got your first layer done. Okay, so, now this is our next step, and this is doing second layer. Second layer, all we're doing is getting edge pieces, and we're inserting them right here, and where they go. So since this is a orange and green piece, it should be right here, but we'll worry about that later. So what we're going to do first is you want to make a T that goes all the way down here, and this last piece right here is the edge piece you want to move to. So let's look around, and we're going to look on this bottom layer, but we want to find a piece that has no yellow color on it. So right here, this is an orange and blue and has no yellow on it, and we're just looking for edge pieces. So we make our T because blue's on top, and we have our T right here. And to make sure you know where you're going, to make sure you don't do this algorithm wrong, you can just turn it to each side and to make sure it's correct. So this one would be correct because orange and red don't match. But look, the oranges match, so this is where the piece will go. And what you're going to do is this algorithm. There's 2 algorithms you're going to need to learn for this. Or you can just do this intuitively, and you don't. But this is the way I do it that I find personally helpful. And for this case especially, this is just for this case. Since this needs to go right here, this is going to be our face with the big T. And the algorithm is D prime, R prime, D, R. And what you do is rotate the cube to the right, and this white piece is your new face. This is your new face, and it's just kind of like the second step. Since this needs to go right here, on this side, you move it away from the side, put the side that we want down, put this white piece back, and the piece is matching. So let's do that with another corner. This one's already made for us. We're going to do that algorithm again. And how we know which way to go is to look at this and to make sure it's matching. Now remember, this algorithm is only 4 pieces that go to the right side, okay? You gotta remember that. So since this is red and green and red piece goes right here, the algorithm we're going to do now is this one. And it's just going to be the same one like last time since it goes to the right. And that is D prime, R prime, D, R. And then we rotate the cube to the right again. And since the white piece needs to go right up top, we just move this to the opposite. We move the side that we want down, and we move the white corner piece back. And now we have this edge piece in. So let's look around for a new one. So we'll look at this bottom layer for any non-yellow pieces, and I found one right here. Red and blue. So basically, we make a blue with a T with a blue. And let's make sure, let's find where it needs to go. This red and blue piece needs to go. and it needs to be right here to the left this time. So here's the new algorithm, and it's pretty simple as well, okay? Basically what we want to do is put this piece right here. Put this piece right here. And it's kind of the same, so here it is. It is D, L, D prime, L prime. And instead of rotating to the right, we're going to rotate to the left, like this. And since this corner piece needs to go right here, what we do, since this is the side it's on that we want to move, we move this corner piece to the opposite. We move the side that we want down. We move the corner piece back, and it's close to solved because we have one more left. And we need to look for one more piece that has no yellow on it, and it's this one, this orange and green piece. So what we do is turn the cube to find our T. It's right here. And basically what we do is the first algorithm I showed you. And I'm just going to show you it one more time since this is the last edge piece that we need to insert. And that is D prime, R prime, D, R. And then since this white piece needs to go up top, what we're going to do, since it needs to be on this side, on top, and we're going to move this to the opposite side like usual, move the side that we want down, move this white corner piece back, and then we have 2 layers solved. So you got your first 2 layers solved now. Good job. Okay, so now we have some special cases, and this is for the people that are not following the scramble. So which means if you're following the scramble, then I would pay attention because it's not to appeal to you right now. But people that don't follow my scramble and to learn the full way how to do it, follow along. So basically, I'm just going to show you the left algorithm again. So we have this red and green piece that needs to go right here. And once again, it's kind of simple to do. Since this piece needs to go right here, and we have a T, you do this a simple algorithm. D, L, D prime, L prime. And then we rotate the cube to the left, and since this corner piece needs to go right here, we just move it to the opposite side, and then we bring the side that we want down, we move this corner piece back, and it's in. And here's a case that you can get sometimes, not all the times. And this could be if you insert a piece by accident the wrong way. And that's when we have this edge piece switched. And basically that means that the orange piece needs to be right here, and the blue piece needs to be right here. And it can happen with any of these pieces. If you either insert it wrong or it just happens like that naturally. So basically, here is something. So here's what you do. What you do is bring the layer with this piece in down. And for this case in particular, it can either be this side or it can be this side because this piece is still on the down side. So basically, we're going to bring this side down because it's on the downside. And instead of moving away like usual, we're going to move it towards the piece so it breaks these 2 pieces up. And when we do, these 2 pieces are broken up. And since we have this white piece, this white corner piece is our face, we're going to move it to the opposite side because the side we want to put down. We put the side that we want down, move the corner piece back, and basically we took that piece out and we have to insert this piece again. And basically once again we make your T. Since this is orange piece, you make sure you have the right side where it needs to be, and you do the algorithm, this algorithm, which I've already said a lot in the video, plus the algorithm's right here. And I'm going to leave it in the description as well. So, yeah, that's basically a parody you can get. Another parody that can happen if you're on second layer is when this can either be naturally or you insert them by mistake. Is when you have 2 pieces mixed up, or all of them can be mixed up. But it's most likely when 2 pieces are you were inserted wrong, or this just happened naturally. And what you would do, right, in this case, how to fix it, is take a piece down. And it doesn't matter which side. It can either be this side or this side, as long as it has a unfinished piece in here. So basically, since this piece is unfinished and we need to switch it, we take this unfinished piece down, and it's like the last algorithm we did. Instead of moving it away, we move it towards the side that we're on. And once we put this side back up, we have our face, and we have this white corner piece as our face. Since it needs to go on this side, we move it away from the side that we want it to be on. And once we move the side that we want down, put this corner piece back, and basically we took this edge piece out, and we make our T, and it's just kind of simple from there. This is the left algorithm, which is, once again, both of these algorithms are right here, plus in the description. And what it is D, L, D prime, L prime. And then you move this to the left. Since this is the white corner, it needs to be right here. It needs to be on this side. We move it to the opposite side that we want it on. The side that we want to go down goes down. And we move the corner, this edge piece pair back, and it's matching now. And now we have now we have the last edge piece, and you guys kind of understand it now by this point, I hope. So yeah, that's basically it. Remember, this is for the people, this is for you guys to pay attention for this next step, and this is for people that did not follow my scramble. And this is just for all the other cases that you may get. Okay, so by this point we should be halfway done. And so what we do now is we should flip the cube over, and the step that we want to do is make our cross right here. And since this is already done, if you're following my scramble, you can just go to the next step. But if you really want to learn something and you did your own scramble, then you should just listen along. And I'm going to show you all the cases. So basically, if you didn't follow my scramble in the beginning, or you actually want to learn how to solve it, I'd pay attention. So basically, we're going to try to make a cross on the yellow side now. Since we have a cross right here, we want to make one on the other side right here. And this is when the algorithms start kicking in as well, the harder ones. And they're just kind of hard to learn, and you can learn them yourself if you just do enough time practice and learning how to do the cube. So basically, what we want to do first is you want to do this algorithm any way you want. And when I said you flip the whole cube over, you never turn it over like this. The white side's going to be your bottom, and you don't focus on the white side anymore. So for this, if you just have a dot and you don't have any yellow pieces right here, remember we're ignoring these corner pieces, but you don't have any of these yellow pieces, then you can do this algorithm any side you want, as long as yellow is your top. And you can have anything be your face, just as long as the yellow center is your top. And the algorithm we're going to do is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, and then F prime. And basically what that would do is give us two corner pieces. And this is the second case. The second case you can get is when you have two pieces that are diagonal from each other. And how you hold your cube for this case is when you have one facing away from you, one piece facing away from you, and the other piece facing to the left of you. So basically what you're holding this as, this is your face, not the blue side, it can be any side, and what your face is, so this is your face, and you basically have an opposite L. This is the L you would have, and you have an opposite L basically, a flipped L. And that would be your face. And the algorithm you do here is the exact same thing, and I'm going to go a bit slower. And the algorithm is F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then now we're on our last case, which basically this means you have a horizontal line. And this is always good to have, because that means you only need to do this algorithm once. And the algorithm we do is the exact same algorithm. And you can hold this cube either like this or like this. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna hold my cube like this, and with the algorithm we do is, I'm gonna say it one more time. F R U R prime U prime F prime. And basically what we did, we have a cross done. Okay, so finally, if you're following along with the solve, then this is where we start doing the cube again. But I hope you guys have been paying attention. I honestly hope you didn't follow along with my scramble, because you'll learn more that way. But anyway, what we want to do now in this step is actually switch these pieces up to make sure they're all matching, like how we did with the cross on the white side, how we made sure these pieces are matching. If you look right on the other side, we have one matching right here, but this ain't matching, or this is not matching. So what we want to do is make sure all of them are matching, and we do possibly the hardest algorithm to learn. And what we do first, how you hold this cube, is basically turn the top layer until two of these pieces are matching. And I just did a turn so I'm back to where it was. I just do a turn. None of them are matching yet. I don't have two matching yet. So I do another turn. I look around and I still don't have anything matching. Two of them matching yet. Two edge pieces. So I do another turn, and what I find is two pieces matching and two pieces not matching. And they're diagonal from each other. And what you do here is hold the cube where the two matched pieces are in the back, and you hold it, and you go to this algorithm with the two unmatched pieces on the front. So basically, it's going to look like this: the opposite L, the two correct pieces, and the two other pieces are on the front. And how we're going to do this algorithm is R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U prime. And basically that matches up the algorithm for us. That we basically have all these pieces left, all matched. So yeah, that's basically it for that step. Once again, if you're not following along my scramble, then good for you. This is just a bonus case that you can get sometimes. And that is when you have two pieces matching, but they're across from each other. So basically, I have this blue piece matching, but I have this green piece matching, and they need to be across from each other. We do not want that. They need to be right next to each other. Like we want this piece to be matching. And if they're across from each other, then you can do the algorithm again. And I'm going to do it much slower this time. And you're going to do this algorithm any way you want. Okay? So basically, the algorithm that we're doing is R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, U prime. And basically what that does is puts us in the back in the normal state, where we do the U-turns, and we find two that are right next to each other matching. And what you do is the algorithm again, and I'll do the algorithm for you guys again to make sure you guys understand it. R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. Then you do a U prime. So, and that would get all of our pieces matching. Okay, for this next case, what we want to do for this next step is to get all of our corner pieces matching. Not to be fully solved. They can be flipped, like how this is flipped. They just need to be in the right spot, so this piece needs to be right here. And there is three ways, there's three cases. One is that they're already done, and we go to the last step. But we're going to do the first one where none of them is correct. So yes, we have yellow correct. Yes, we have red, but the blue's not correct. Yes, we have orange and yellow, but once again, the blue's not correct. Yes, we have the yellow, orange, but the green's not correct. And it's basically the same thing. We got these two colors correct, but not this one. So for this first step, you just hold the cube anywhere you want. And the algorithm you do, this is kind of long, but it's kind of easy once you know what you're doing, is L prime, U, R prime, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime. And basically what that does is it keeps our crosses the same. And by this point, if none of the corner pieces are matching, you should at least have one correct corner piece. Now, if you're following the scramble, you do not want to do this because this is just because if you're scrambling, you already have one correct. And this is just a case for you guys to know if you have no correct, if you have no correct corner pieces. Because look, the orange matches, the yellow matches, and the green matches. So now if you're following the scramble, this is going to look like this. And how we solve this is how we hold the cube a new way. Well, this is not matching, this is not matching, this is not matching, but this piece is matching. And once again, it does not need to be correct like this. It can look like this where it's flipped, this is fine. And what we want to do is do that exact same algorithm, but we hold the cube where this corner piece is facing us, facing you, on the right side. And we do the algorithm again, and I think I said it wrong the first time I did this, and it's already on the screen below, and it's in the description, but I am going to do this algorithm right here. The algorithm is L prime, U, R, U prime, L, U, R prime, U prime. And basically what that does is, what we do is make sure all our corners are in the right spot. So this is fully correct, this is fully correct. And look, the red's correct, the yellow's correct, the green's is in the right spots, the blue, red, and yellow are in the right spots. And I'm just going to do the exact same algorithm one more time on if you're not following the scramble. Because the case that you can get is when you do the algorithm and all of them are not matching, then you just do the algorithm again. So we're going to do this algorithm right here, and this is the right piece, that's the only one that's correct. And we hold it facing us on the right side. And we do the algorithm again. And I'm going to try to say it correct this time. L prime, U, R, U prime. L, U, R prime, U prime. And if we look around, we still got this piece safe, but not all the pieces are correct yet. So what we do now is all we do is do the algorithm again. And you make sure this piece is still facing towards you, the correct piece. And we do the algorithm again. L prime, U, R, U prime. L, U, R prime, U prime. And basically, by the second time you do it, all the pieces should be in the correct spots. Like my cube is right here. So basically, if you are following my scramble, which I should have never done because you're not learning too much, you don't need to follow my scramble, but if you were to kind of get an understanding of the cube, then it look like this, where two pieces are correct and two are not. And this is the final step before you have a solved Rubik's Cube, and that is just flipping the pieces. And what we're going to do is this very short algorithm. It's the easiest algorithm ever. And how you hold your cube is to do this algorithm over and over again. And how you hold it is make sure the unsolved piece is on the right side facing you. And since this piece is unsolved, we're just going to do the algorithm. And the algorithm is R prime, D prime, R, D. And we do that all over again. So we would do the algorithm again. R prime, D prime, R, D. And then what I would do for my case, since this is the only unsolved piece left, we would turn it, I'd do a U move, because this is where the unsolved piece is. And we do the algorithm, repeat it again until this piece is solved. R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 And basically, it's self-explanatory by then. Your cube would be solved. And this is just to finish this cube off. And all the pieces are unfair, so this is kind of practice to see how you hold it. And we did the algorithm to any corner since none of them are solved. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. And what you do is either turn right or left. I'm going to do a U. I'm going to turn left. R prime for the top layer, by the way. Don't rotate your cube. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. Do that again. And I'm just going to do U moves. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. R prime, D prime, R, D. And you just repeat it until the corner is solved. I do it to this last corner now. R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 And your cube will be solved. So, I hope you guys, by the end of this video, learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. This took a very long time to make, and once again, I personally wouldn't follow the solve, but if you really want to, go ahead, do it. I just did that for a basic understanding on how to solve a cube. But hey, I think I may have gotten a corner twist in it, so I don't know if it's fully accurate to do it. But hey, do what you want. It's your choice, not mine. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys now know how to solve Rubik's Cube. Please leave a like and tell me if this tutorial was helpful or not. It might not be. I hope I is so. I hope it is. So tell me if you want to make another tutorial next, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.